up, everybody? It's your brother Kryptonian Satan here, bringing you a review for One Piece Chapter 591. What the hell did Rayleigh proposition Luffy for, man? Because it was completely skipped over, and we checked in on Usopp and we checked in on Chopper. Usopp's on this island with all this delicious food, but it's a carnivorous plant, and Usopp's gotten huge as hell. And so with Usopp, my man, he looking a little plus size right now, man. Like, he gonna have to work pretty hard to get back down to how he was built before. So, for him to be a sniper, he's got to be mobile and everything, especially with the way that Usopp runs away and fights and all that. You can't do that weighing 700 pounds like he's looking, man. Like, so I thought that was pretty funny, the fact that Usopp ended up going to the island Luffy probably would have preferred to be on. It's like, again, I told you guys, like, Usopp and Luffy, they're almost two peas of the same pod. It's just that Usopp is a liar and doesn't have Luffy's bravery or whatnot. But this is what's interesting, right? Chopper, while he's on his island, I know some of this was covered bits in the cover pages, but, Chopper, it's like, oh yeah, well, you guys, you birds, you be friendly. You humans, don't crack up their, don't make bird stew. Everybody hail the raccoon dog. I just fixed all this shit. Now I need to go. And in both cases, you got Usopp and you got Chopper. Both of them are saying they need to get back to Luffy because Luffy is in danger. Luffy needs them. He's going through a lot right now. Chopper reads something. I'm guessing Rayleigh probably told Luffy, disband the Straw Hat Pirates. Publicly do it. Disband the Straw Hat Pirates. That way your friends stay away for a while. And I really think that Rayleigh's going to end up training my dude. Because if you just look at it, right? Luffy, in that flashback montage, he says, I want to get lots and lots and lots and lots and lots stronger, right? Rayleigh's a fucking freak of nature. I thought, okay, I was like, oh, well, he's fighting Kizaru, okay, he could probably take on 3 admirals, right? And I still kind of think that, I know 3 admirals are so fucking hacks, but look at this dude, Rayleigh, right now, right? Rayleigh was taking his ship, and he was trying to make his way to the Calm Belt. His ship goes down in a storm, and when I read it, I'm going, when the fuck is there a storm on the Calm Belt? There's no waters. And I particularly remember that from that filler arc with that. That was so bad. It started out with a lot of potential, but it was so bad. It's the filler arc with like the dragon and everything, and going to the Calm Belt. It's right after Luffy and them start going towards Lugtown, or they might have left Lugtown, but that was a really bad filler arc. I don't want to draw on that too much, but what's really interesting about that is Rayleigh, there's no storm on the Calm Belt. And they point out, they say, hey, there's no storms here. You must have swam from another region. I said, wait a second. His ship went down and he swam hundreds, maybe 1,000 miles. Gets into the Calm Belt. Probably had to attack a bunch of Neptunians. And he ends up killing one more before he gets to Amazon Lily. And when he gets up, there's no marks on him, no nothing. He's ripped as hell for his age. And he says, like, oh man, I can't move like I used to. It's like, dude, that was an impressive ass feat. So this is my thing. Rayleigh knows hockey, is able to use it at will. Luffy's got that Supreme King hockey. Rayleigh was shown looking at him just like Law was. Law's already helped him out. So this is my thing. I thought maybe Shanks would train Luffy. Shanks is going to let Luffy continue on his own path. And I guess he's just kind of watching from a distance. It only makes sense that the King of the Pirates' right-hand man trains Luffy. Because this is it. Luffy is Ace's legacy in a way. And Ace is the son of Roger. So this would be Rayleigh's way of helping out Roger. So I thought that this was pretty good. I thought that this was really, really good. And if this ends up being the case, this is a good payoff. This is a really good payoff. And I like how Oda, as all the people at Amazon Lily are realizing that Luffy's awake, one of the girls is like, oh man, I want to pull on Luffy some more. And he's getting the dirty jokes in there. But, you know, Boa Hancock says, "What do you mean? Luffy hugged me. Why does that not make us married? How does this marriage thing work?" And that's when the former empress is just telling her, like, "Hey, look, marriage doesn't work that way." And she even has that monologue where she's like, "Wait a second. You want to marry the guy, but you can't even look him in the eyes." And Boa Hancock and Luffy, there's a lot of similarities there. There's a lot of similarities. And that's why I think that while Oda might be setting that up, doesn't fit like the doesn't fit the shonen trope that how these things usually go. And then the other thing, you can't have two people who are absent-minded idiots together, because Luffy be like, "Whoopsie, I slipped my woo boo inside your boo boo. Oh shit, I just nutter buttered. Oh, why is your stomach getting bigger?" Like, you can't have that. You can't have that. Like, those two having kids, their IQ would be so low that it would drop down, and so bipolar, that can't happen. That can't happen. That's one of those moments where society has to step in and say, "You two cannot procreate together." Like, that's got to happen. So, but what I really, really enjoyed, though, is the fact that Luffy, as he's talking to Rayleigh, Rayleigh's telling him, like, "Are you sure you want to go back to your friends? Think about what happened on that fiasco." And it gets revealed, and it's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna give myself like a gold star." I thought that there was a connection with Dragon and Kuma. I thought that there was one. And I said, maybe he's got ties to Revolutionary, but he's the Seven Warlord. This is tricky. And I think the first time I came with this one was, shit. Thriller Bark, when he shows up. I think that's when it was. And if that's the case, man, like, holy shit. Oda was setting that up back then. But I think Kuma knew that, you know, he was going to be turned into one of those, you know, and it's not an android, because an android's full machine, so one of those cyborgs, and mass produced. And Kuma tells him, like, "I don't have much time left." And as we know, you know, when Kuma shows back up and he's completely under control, Ivankov just loses it, and that kind of further cemented the fact that he had ties with the Revolutionary Army. So I thought that was pretty good. And the fact that Kuma even says, like, "Hey, I want to help the Straw Hats get off," and you know he wants to help them get off because that's Dragon's son. And it makes you wonder what Oda's doing with Dragon, because Ivankov is going to hook back up with him, and you have this whole thing with Kuma being one of the Seven Warlords, but that was one of Dragon's men. So that means Dragon has somebody inside the world government, and you can bet your ass that Kuma isn't the only one. So it makes me wonder, how far is his reach? Because it looks as if he was going on a similar path as Luffy, and if that's the case, I might be wrong. If that's the case, then what's to say he doesn't have somebody in Alabasta or in one of these other countries? I mean, it could happen. It could happen. He could have spies everywhere. He could have people in pretty high up positions that have loyalty to him. What's to say Pell isn't working for him? I mean, I know Pell's a stretch, but one of the warlords is working for Ivankov for Dragons. I mean, this is pretty interesting. Overall, this is a really good chapter. No chapter question this time, guys. So as always, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.